Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the CBD Business Success and CBD Business Accelerator. We got a special guest today, man. I'm really excited to talk to Corvain Cooper and get his story and his journey, man. It's been a hell of a journey, so I definitely want to talk about that and what he's working on today. So thanks, Corvain, for joining us today, man. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate your time for having me. I'm just glad to be here, really.
Oh man, I feel blessed the same, man. So we got people jumping on and we'll just shoot the shit for a little bit here. But you just said you got off a 24-hour clubhouse, man. Tell me about that.
27 hours actually, because we didn't count for an hour to get it started, but we did a 24-hour marathon and they raised awareness for the case and raised money, and they did a great job. And I want to give a shout out to Carlos, the boss. He did a great job. He put it all together and he knocked it out the box, man. And Anthony started hosting it, and it's just going crazy. I couldn't go to sleep. I told Carlos I refuse to go to sleep before you. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't go to sleep, and I haven't been asleep, and I don't care that I haven't been asleep. I got so many new connections and so much. I learned so much game, man. It was like I just went to school for 24 hours to kind of. Knowledge that they got on the game of marijuana, how to get in the business, how to get to social equity. It was just Twin 79 bought me a MacBook, and now I have a MacBook, so now I can be on the computer and do a MacBook. It was just great, man. They raised over $18,000, and it's a sight to see, man. The cannabis industry and the love that they're showing me, and how they're just treating me just like a real family member, or a dad or a cousin, or just, oh man, they was giving information on new coins that's coming out. They got a black guap coin that's coming out. It's going to be the first coin. It's Black History Month, so the first coin that's going to be owned by a black person to get into cryptocurrency. And it's just so much list. I got so many notes that I took in there, so much game that I just learned from that clubhouse that we're trying to trademark it. You know what I mean? We're trying to figure out how to trademark the 24-hour fundraiser. Is the first ever done in clubhouse history. So we just made history too.
I love it, man. And I met you guys on Clubhouse. I met Anthony actually. And so let's rewind a little bit, because, a lot of the people that are watching don't know your story and stuff. And so if you could tell us, about your story and what you went through and then what you're working on now. And I know it's a long story probably, man. And we're open for that, man. We want to hear, so that we can impact people and they can understand what's going on out there in the world, with cannabis and these harsh drug laws, man.
Okay, I'm kind of going to start from the beginning so we can just take it all the way to the root of the problem.
Awesome.
So I'm growing up. I grew up on the east side of LA. So when I grew up on the east side of LA, at the time I'm growing up in the 80s, where it's a big crack epidemic. So at the time, my mother graduated from Cal State. From the Cal State, so she had got a degree. So she ended up being my kindergarten teacher and my preschool teacher.
Wow. Oh,
so
man.
That was like a sight to see. But then once the 80s kick in and all these drugs kick in, my dad ended up hustling with Harry O, Friedrich Rick, and all these guys, and Juanica. And
you said Harry O?
Yeah.
Man, your dad was with the heavy hitters.
Yeah, so I was kind of like, that's where I kind of get my swag from. You feel what I'm saying? So I had the dope boy swag the whole time. So I got that going on, but then now my mom's turning to the drug. You feel what I'm saying? So I got my mother turning to the drug. I got my dad, he's pulling up in all the 3 different cars, and we get to go to Disney World, and we get to do all the stuff that the kids on the east side don't get to do. Like, they take us to the wrestling matches and, concerts and stuff like that. So I would be backstage at concerts. Then my granny, his mom, she worked for Harrison Ford. So that helped show me a trajectory of just seeing a whole different life come from the east side, where we don't see anything, and then I get to go to Spielberg and see, I'm meeting these type of people at his house. He was with Melissa Ford. She wrote E.T. at the time. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and just Star Wars. I was around for that whole little epidemic, so I got to see a lot of stuff. And just to tip my hat off to him today, when I was gone, when I was doing my time, my granny had died while I was doing the time in prison just now on the life sentence. even though she didn't work for him for over 20 years, he still paid for the her funeral. So that just shows the integrity of Harrison Ford. So
Wow.
shout out to him. His
That's
integrity.
huge, man. He seems like that kind of guy too. So that makes me feel like, okay, I'm a good judge of character, because I always thought he was like that kind of person, man. So that's huge, man.
Better to still remember her, to still pay for the funeral, $20-some thousand out of his pocket was that was remarkable to hear that. So another thing, so now as I go on, my grandmother, I'm really living with my grandmother. She's raising me, so but she is working for the Board of Education. So when she works for the Board of Education, that's keeping me in the best of schools. So I'm getting the best education, though. From the east side, I'm getting the best education possible. So as I'm getting the best education, I meet the boys in junior high. That was a singing group that was out. So when I meet them, I get to go on tour with them, and I get to experience the entertainment side of life. You feel what I'm saying? And my uncle he's showing me, like, he's taking me to basketball games. I went to the championship with Jordan, won his first game, and at the Forum against the Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
His friends
in Chicago, man. So yeah, I was around for all that.
Exposed to a lot of stuff because I met Jesse Jackson with my uncle. Rest in peace. He died while I was just in my time too.
Wow.
I just seen him the other day at his gravesite. But yeah, he's introduced me to. I'm in the Dodgers dugout, Laker games every night. You know what I mean? So he's giving me a whole different. I'm getting a different swag from that. I'm getting like
living the high life, man.
father figure swag from him. So now once I get older, I don't have no choice but to chase money. I've seen too much now. You know, my dad had me in meets and shit at 15 years old. You see what I'm saying? So now when I get older, I'm chasing all the wrong things. I'm cashing checks. I'm doing whatever it is that I can make money. I want a Rolex so bad I run out with Rolex. You feel what I'm saying? So now I get in trouble for that. So now as time progresses, I get out from the check, from getting caught with the check. So when I get out, now I want to sell marijuana. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to sell dope because it hurts too many people and it broke my family up. At this time, my mother's about 15 years clean, and this is what makes me believe in God, because she was on it, and I asked God to get her off of it, and He did. You know what I'm saying? Because I was pure at the time. I was 11 years old, so I wasn't a sinner, or I didn't know anything about sin. So that's how I knew God was real. So now, me and Anthony, we start with 1/8. You know what I mean? Flip that, double that, and get half ounce. And we get this, you know what I mean? Now we're at that ounce. You know what I mean? We're grinding. I'm talking about all day grinding. I got a job painting, but after I get off painting, I'm going to grind. So I don't mind starting from the bottom. You feel what I'm saying? So now once we make it to pounds, we figure out how to mail the pounds out of town, where you can get double your money. So if you pay $3,000 for a pound, you're gonna get $6,000 out of town. So you can get this overnight. You just mail it overnight. Once you get there, they send money back. So now that's grinded up. Now you just started with that. Now you're at 10,000. Now you're, you know what I mean? So now you're just steadily going up and steadily going up. Now to speed it up, Anthony introduced crates to the game where you can put the weed in a barrel. You can get 300 of your pounds in 2 days. Way over there. Now we're just getting more weed, you know what I mean? So we kind of split up around 06, 07. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing now because we're like 5-6 years in the game now. So he starts to jump for joy. Everybody spends off. So it's 08 where they're closing the border, so it's hard to get the weed because we need the Reggie and the AZ. So we need so now the borders is closed. So now the game's getting kind of tight. You know what I mean? It's kind of tightened up. So an old friend comes back into the picture. You feel what I'm saying? I'm actually selling shoes on the corner. I made about $48,000 in 2 months selling shoes on the corner in Inglewood. So that shows you kind of grind. I'm up from day to night. I don't sleep. Until I make my quota. You know what I mean? So as this is going on, he goes and says, you know what? He had lost like 40 pounds of mine, so we kind of stopped talking. But he was like, "Let's let bygones be bygones." I got a plug in Charlotte. You feel what I'm saying? And I just want to be able to right his. He want to right his wrongs with me. Let's just get this money. He just needs help getting the money back and rocking socking robots. So as saying that, I'm like, all right. Well, he's in the Mazda at the time. He's pulling up in the Maserati. I'm on the corner. I'm hustling. I'm going down my little down slope. You know what I mean? So I signed on. I said, okay. He's like, man, just let's go to East Side, go get some Pretendo. So I tax him. This is like the greenhouse shit. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
It looks good. You feel what I'm saying?
But they call it Pretendica.
Pretendica, and we call it the air pack out of town. You know what I mean? Because it looked good and it frost up. It looked bomb, but it don't smoke like shit.
Yeah.
So when this is all going on, we go to the East Side. Overtax them about 10,000. So I start with the 10,000 that I overtaxed for the week. So I said, well, fuck it. If I'm with him, I'm gonna get in and try to make some money with him. I'm looking at it as his own money. Like I never put no money in it. So it starts with him. Everything is going good. We're making money. I go get a portion 2 months, and you know what I mean. And we're making money. It's really like he said. And that's, I don't know if you know my co-defendants, Emily LaChapelle and Talia Wade. Just how they get tied into the conspiracy. They went to trial with me, and they got found guilty as well too. But that'll speed up the story. So as things progress, they're getting the money back. She ended up laundering like $965,000, and Natalia ended up laundering about $750,000. So when everything is going on, it's over now. Like 2009, we end up losing like 2 or 3 crates. He wants to shoot the crates because he's really trying to be like Anthony, you know what I mean? Because crates wasn't even his idea. That was really Anthony's idea. So now we lose 338 pounds. That's when the conspiracy starts in January 2009. But we don't know that it starts right there. That's when they're starting to follow.
You were under indictment.
Yeah, so now we're under indictment. But now it's I get caught. Oh no, we lose more. They run off his plug out there. They run off with about 350 pounds. So I'm cool. I don't want to deal with you no more. I'm cool. You see what I'm saying? Like we're just taking losses. And then I go to one of my plugs and try to get him back on because now we've created all these bills. So now he loses the other. I go get something from it and he loses that. So now I'm responsible for that.
Oh man.
I'll pay that back. I said, I'm cool. It's just not a good situation. We just losing. So I go lose my last minute amount of money. I go open up a store. I get caught with a pound of weed in the car, just on some flukes, just coming back from a later game. And I said, well, fuck it, I'm just going to turn myself in. I was tired of prolonging it. I prolonged it for like 2 years. That's costing. I said, I'm just going to get to survive. So in 2011, I turned myself in for the 1 pound of weed that I got caught in Beverly Hills running light. And when I turned myself in, I get out in 2012. So I'm out. So now I got it all behind me. I'm starting my clothing line. I got the old money clothes. I've always been in clothes. So I started my own clothing line because I used to always have old $100 bills. So they would call me old money. You know, I don't know if you've seen it on the page. I had Charles Barkley and Wale and Faith Evans. I had a lot of people wearing it. So I said, boom, I'm just going to push this old money. I got the store. I'm just going to stay with my fashion and just keep pushing it. So I'm pushing it. It's at the Martin Luther King parade. Every barbershop, every club owner is wearing it. I'm pushing it. I'm making my money. So I'm thinking all this is behind me. I haven't seen them since 2009. Me and the girls just split up. I'm living my life.
You're like, I'm good. I got my clothing store. I'm chilling now. I'm out of the weed game.
January 28, 2013, the feds come. Hey, boom, pull, get on the ground in front of my kids. I'm going to take my daughter to drill team practice, and it's just a bad day. You know what I mean? So now they said, you got a case out of Charlotte, North Carolina, which I've never even been to Charlotte. I used to let them do all the paperwork. The girls got the money. I've never touched any of the weed. You feel what I'm saying? I have somebody mail the package off. So that's the more you're behind, the more they're going to make you out to be the kingpin.
Yeah, you're the kingpin, yeah.
It's bad not to touch. It's actually better to get caught with the marijuana and just get possession, because there are people that got caught with 3,000 to 4,000 pounds at one time. You only get 4 or 5 years. And possession is a better charge, because conspiracy is the web you can't get out of. So when everything is going on, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to trial. I've never been to Charlotte. The only witnesses that you got are a bunch of criminals with worse records than me. You know what I mean? The prosecution stated that they never seen me. You know what I mean? So those are the main people. The investigating officer on the case, he's never seen Mr. Have you seen it in trial? He says, have you seen Mr. Cooper commit a crime? No. Have you ever seen any marijuana? No. So
it was just all their word against your, like, it was just they're taking the word of these other people who have a worse record than you.
And it's just, And you're thinking you're taking it to the door, like you're thinking that, okay, the jury has to see this. You see what I'm saying? Like the jury has to see that this is some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? They don't see it. So don't think that they see it because they don't. So we were all found guilty. And you can look up the case. Charlotte is a 40 tons case. That's what our brand is called, 40 tons. It's after the case. So that's in October 2013.
Oh man, it was for 40 tons of weed.
Yeah. So Charlotte, Mecklenburg, Charlotte, North Carolina. So that's all documented. So you'll see the 40 tons case of people that Google it and look it up. So everything was going well. So now I got the life. Now it's like, what am I going to do now? You feel what I'm saying? They didn't bop me across the head. I got the life. So we hire a appeal attorney, Patrick McGrew. You know what I mean? So this is one of my best friends now. And he says, I'm going to keep fighting for you. We run out of the 25,000. We run out of money. He doesn't care. I'm going to get you home. You know what I mean?
Damn, they gave you a life sentence for weed.
Did they? Did they? You know what I mean? So when they did it, you still can't believe it. So I never inhaled it because I'm like the rock of my family. So if I inhale it and I accept it, everybody else is going to accept it, and it's going to cause like a trickle effect. So the best thing to do is just don't accept it, don't breathe it in, and just keep pushing. So that's all I did was keep pushing. Patrick kept pushing with me. We kept getting denied. I got both of my priors taken off. So we actually asked the court. That's why everything is meant for a reason, because I got both of my priors took off. I was the campaign for Prop 64 and Prop 47. So during the time that I'm the campaign for Prop 64 and Prop 47, all I'm asking is just, if you was to arrest me today, you wouldn't be able to give me a life sentence. You see what I'm saying? So by that getting denied and going all the way to the Supreme Court, that's how I know that it's meant. You feel what I'm saying? So, because it's meant for it to happen this way to get the momentum. Because if I get out that way, it's no momentum. I'm just another dude that got a 10-year sentence and he's out of jail. You know what I mean? There's no hoorah about it. You know?
Yeah, gotcha.
So God did everything for a reason, for a purpose, so I can have bigger purpose and do better things. So when everything is going on, Patrick is still fighting. So he says, well, Obama denied us. We had built up a movement under Obama. So Obama shot us down, boom. So we said, fuck it, we're going to just go with Trump. You know what I mean? We're going to fight back with Trump. He said, on this one, I'm going to ask Trump. So if you ever read my clemency on my change.org, he's asking Trump for a pardon. If you could do him a favor as a New Yorker, as a citizen, as a lawyer, and as an upstanding dude, if he can give clemency to me for him. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not even asking. So boom, that goes the first month we get 50,000 signatures. You feel what I'm saying? So
wow,
that's pushing. So we got other activities that's pushing. Everything is just going our way. But now as we zoom up and come down to the end of the road, the person that we're dependent on is got the capital thing going on. He's going through impeachment, you know, and he wants another count on his votes, you know what I mean? So he has a lot of things going on where, damn, we're dependent, but I still got to have faith. It's like, damn.
And it's really not going to help him in any way. Like, you know what I'm saying? To pardon you, like, it really wouldn't help him.
It's like I'm banking on something that's no good for him. He's out of office. He can't get no more votes before this. So why does he want to do this? You see what I'm saying? So it's really getting to the last days. Now we're on the last day. I've already stated that on the tier on jail, I'm on lockdown. It was just a newspaper clip in December 29th with my attorney in there. I got pictures of me on the cover of the New York Times where my attorney is asking him, how are you going to let your friends out and leave Corvain Cooper in there? You feel what I'm saying? So this is front page of the New York Times, December 29th. So while all this is going on, I've still got to have a faith, though. I got to still keep pushing. I can't let go. So I've already told on the tier that I leave when Trump leaves. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to keep my faith. And it's the day of. Name is 11:30. They never show my name on the bottom of the ticker. So we went to sleep. We can't see the bottom because we're locked in the cell, so we can't see. So as I'm going to the shower in the morning, we're handcuffed. We're on lockdown, so we're handcuffed to the shower. And Trump is getting on he's getting on helicopter. You know what I mean? So I'm supposed to leave when Trump will leave. You know what I mean? That's how everybody looking at like, oh man, this motherfucker should just be talking shit. You feel what I'm saying? Biden's getting inaugurated in. You feel what I'm saying? Biden's getting inaugurated in, and Trump is leaving. You feel what I'm saying? So this is when I mean a long shot, I mean
Down to the wire.
down to the wire. You might got to do the only way I can get out of jail at this point if the law changes, or if I get a clemency, which people don't do clemencies when they first come to office. So
Yeah.
another 8 years, I'm looking at 8 years to get out. You know what I'm saying? Or another 4, and you're banking on a lottery ticket. So
yeah.
So now I go back to the cell. I'm in the cell for about 5 minutes. You know what I mean? When I get all the way in there and get situated, the counselor's hitting the tier. So they like, CB, the counselor hitting the tier, Kaplan hitting the tier. Man, they coming to get you. So I'm already smiling before he even comes to the thing. He just comes to the door and said, man, you got 5 minutes, man. Pack your shit up.
Oh, man. I'd be like, how fast? I'll be out of there in 10 seconds.
I'm out there, I grab my pictures at the time, and first I had like the biggest rope chain in the whole entire jail. You know what I mean? So I'm giving away that shit. You know what I mean? I'm giving away the glasses, all this shit. I'm telling them, like, you the man now. You can have I'm passing all this shit out. And it was just a moment, man. I walked by his door, trying to walk by faith, not by sight. And I got to call my mom. So once I called my mom, I'm crying uncontrollably. And then she's like, what are you crying for? Mom, Trump called me at 12:30. You feel what I'm saying? So right after that, she was like, man, you coming on? I said, I'll be there in a minute. I said, Aunt already outside. And they told me that I already had a ride outside. Aunt was already outside. My friend was already outside. And
man, I saw the news report when you were with your daughters, man. I started tearing up, man, when you were hugging your daughters and stuff, man. Oh my God, dude. It was so emotional.
I haven't seen them in years, 3-4 years. We was on lockdown. So people would fly out there and you couldn't get them visits because there was so much violence going on in prison that we couldn't stay up long enough to even design a visit. In the times that we did stay up, it was the COVID. So we couldn't have visits during COVID. So
man,
they called this morning and they said it's even worse in there right now.
Damn, that's sad, man. And that's one question I was going to ask you. Like, how many of the dudes that you were locked up with were in there on drug charges? Like what percentage of it was?
I would say at least 80%.
Yeah,
it's just like 80%. And then most of it is those drugs. Like, they need to change the conspiracy law. That's the law that is really, really, really got people in there stored and booked away. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people are really never coming home, and some people have been gone 27, 30 years, 28 years. And, this one guy, a lot of people like looking at my pictures because I got a lot of liveliness in my pictures. But when they're looking at them, this one dude says, like, man, I will show you my photo album, but everybody dead in there. You know what I mean? All these people is dead. Yeah, this photo sitting on his bunk. He's like, man, everybody been died since I've been in there. In 27 years, he's been down. You feel me?
That's the thing I noticed. Like, I grew up in Chicago. My neighborhood was called the Jungle, and in the early 80s, I'm 46. In the early 80s, it was fine, man. Everybody looked out for each other. But then around like 86, 87, the crack came and just destroyed the whole neighborhood, man. And it just changed everything, man. And then the laws just kept getting harsher and harsher, and people were competing over drug territory and just going to jail and killing each other, man. And it really destroyed everything. When I was 15 years old, my best friend was making $2,000 a day selling crack, and he was selling it to his own dad too, because his dad was smoking crack. So it's like, man, people can't even understand, man. You know what I mean? Like, what it can do and the choices that you have to make when you're in poverty, especially, and you're trying to get out and just make money for your family or just get ahead. But the drug laws are just ridiculous. Like with what you were doing, like, if you got caught when you were sending it over there to North Carolina, what do you think you should have got as far as a sentence?
I was thinking like 5 years. You know what I mean? I was thinking I can do 5. You know what I mean? But
I was thinking 2, 3.
I want to be a baller, shot caller. So fuck it, I do 5 for trying to drive nice cars and live nice. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, a life sentence. Come on.
The shit don't come free. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't think it comes with life without the possibility of parole either.
What do they say? You got to pay the cost to be the boss.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? I just paid
not a life sentence though. That's ridiculous.
He's taking it on the chin, so he's like, "Well, I'm gonna bring you back in flying colors." You know what I mean? So, and that's exactly what he did.
Man, and then you came out, recently. When did you get out? Like 10 days ago or something?
No, January 20th. Actually, January 20th. Yes, man.
Man, it's very recent.
Yeah, we're working on 3 weeks right now.
Oh man, congrats, brother. I just feel really happy for you, man. I did 3 days in Cook County Jail in Chicago. When I got out, I felt amazing. I can't imagine 8 years.
Oh my God, listen. And then I'm still in tune, so they're still calling me every day. So I still realize that how bad it is in there. You know what I mean? Like it's really serious. I'm talking about. They just had a high-speed chase in there, and the dude ran and threw the knife under this dude's door, and they're having fake standoffs, and they're still arguing over the phone and who's next, and it's no, it's no joke. Because
they just do that in Chicago. They'd be like, phone check. Like, oh, man, it's a terrible environment, man. That nobody should have to be in, especially if you're just like trying to get by and selling some weed, man. Like that, yeah, I can understand if somebody's like out there murdering people and raping and robbing and all that, but like it's just ridiculous to me, man. And I'm glad that society seems to be changing, especially when it comes to cannabis. And you know, we got, like you were talking about earlier, equity programs. Like in Chicago, they actually give points if you have a felony for weed. Like when you're looking for an application on a dispensary, you actually get points for that, which is I kind of like that, man. You put in the work. And so but yeah, like, so now you got out and you launched 40 tons with Anthony. Can you tell us about 40 tons?
Oh man, 40 tons is gonna be big. You know what I mean? It's gonna be big, it's gonna be huge. And we're a social impact brand. So if you see anybody go to 40tons.co right now, they're going to see my face on the shirt. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like the brand ambassador right now, but we're trying to get, there's 40,000 people that's in jail. If we can even just get 400 different shirts made, and we can help get 400 people, just 1% of the people home, then we did our job. You feel what I'm saying? And we want the shirt to keep changing. Parker Coleman's name is going to be next, and his face is going to be on the next one. And we're going to do a push for him. You feel what I'm saying? And he got 60 years. He's on the same conspiracy we're on. And we're going to bring him home. You feel what I'm saying? So what we want to do is just bring light to the cause and just see the injustice that's being done. And once you see the brand and you see the Cooper, the CLCO is what I look back from. The CO when you're looking this way is what we have to look forward to. And that's the same thing with cannabis. That's what cannabis had in the past. And then the federal legalization is what it has to look forward to. So when you check it out, you know, we want everybody to get it, and we want it just to be a big deal. You feel what I'm saying? Because we're here to really help. We're not here to take away from anything. We're just here to build, and we just want to do the right thing. And we just want to do everything the right way, and we just want to build the brand and want it to be one of the biggest brands in the world.
I love it, man. And you guys have been doing a great job, man. I connected with you guys through Clubhouse. Like when you were still locked up, I connected with Anthony, and man, he loves you, man, like a brother. Obviously you guys have been through thick and thin together, man. And he's just really promoted you so well. And he got the word out there, and you guys are connected with brands like Cookies. And then what's that brand, the other brand you guys work with that has the prison?
Oh, Ocean Grown and Evidence. Yeah, Ocean Grown, they're great. And then we got Doc. I mean, we just can't complain, man. That's why we're just going to push the clothing line and accessories and help build the name and build the awareness. And with that, all the other doors are just going to open. You feel what I'm saying? It's just going to hit it out the park. We're just going to take one step at a time and build from there. But Clubhouse is, I give a shout out to Clubhouse. They have really got us plugged in. And this all started with an idea with Anthony. We're calling on the phone, talking about 40 tons. And then we're really like, it's really happening. So right now we just need help on little things like, the re-entry just to get into society. So I can focus on the real thing. I can't focus on the real thing and work at Taco Bell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need a roof over your head. You need the regular stuff when you're re-entering to society. And
and I put the GoFundMe link, people, in the chat. So if you guys definitely should support that. I'm gonna hit it up today for sure myself. And imagine you're locked away for 8 years, and Corvain has two beautiful daughters that he has to take care of now, and he's trying to get his brand off the ground. And everybody could use a hand up, not a handout, because he's hustling, man. He just got off a 27-hour Clubhouse. So this guy is working over here.
And I'm back at work right now. You know what I mean? Exactly. I'm right here. I didn't say, no, push the 12 o'clock back. No, we're getting right to it, right on it. And any awareness and everything that anybody's need, we're right here to tell you. You know what I mean? We're living proof of what it looks like. You feel what I'm saying? Of what it looks like. This is life after life.
Man, that's a huge inspiration, man. And you know, you never let anything stop you. Like, where does your faith come from, man? Are you religious or spiritual? Like, where did that faith come from that kept you going through that whole journey?
Well, my mom's got off when I asked God to get my mother off drugs. That's where it all started at 11 years old. So when I went to the altar and she said, and I asked her, I said, man, please get my mother off the streets and please just bring her back. And she's been clean for 30 some years now. And
man,
so that was the first testimony. Then after that, after I started really walking with it and seeing like, damn, you know, even when I sold weed, I used to pay tithes on the weed. You know what I mean? So if I made 10 grand this week, I need to pay $1,000 a week in tithes.
Yeah.
So I would pay the tithes and I would try to do everything right. And I swear, the more tithes I made, the more boxes would touch. You know what I mean? Like, and then if I slip on the tithes, it seemed like the box missed. You know what I mean? So it was kind of crazy how it worked. But yeah, it's I tried to do everything the right way. I thought I wasn't harming nobody. I figured it was a plant. The plant's been here. And worst case I can do is maybe a couple of years if I did get caught. All I'm doing is mailing weed from this state to that state. But I didn't know that they were going to wash me up and throw away the key. You know what I mean? So it just, that really, you know, I really learned my lesson. I would like to, you know, talk to the youth about it. You feel what I'm saying? So I need more time to do more work. You feel what I'm saying? So in order to, if I'm from the hood, I'm from the ghetto. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I represent. So I want to be able to help. There's another dude that thinks he's me or thinks he's trying to be cool or he's chasing the car too. You feel what I'm saying? He's chasing the blind shit too, which he's chasing a ghost. You feel what I'm saying? So
exactly. And then nowadays, like with the internet, dude, the playing field is level. Like nobody has to know you're black or anything. I got black friends making 25 million a year online with their e-commerce websites. You know what I'm saying? They're from the hood in LA. Like, yeah. And so it's like to inspire with what you're doing now and showing them that, look, I got my own website. I got a clothing brand. I got products coming out. It's just so inspiring, man. And
every dollar is to try to make a dollar. You feel what I'm saying? Every dollar is trying to make a dollar and push the brand, push the brand, push the brand, push the
and just keep putting it back in there.
And that's what we need the help for. You know what I mean? That's what the main thing I need the help for is to get out the hood, because when you're in I'm in the hood right now. And there's been 8 murders in like the last 6 days. You see what I'm saying? So you do the numbers and you think it's safe for your kids to be outside. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the main thing, is to just get a safe roof over their head and to have enough money to be focused on setting real goals and getting real help. Because I know the help that's needed. You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody doesn't know the help that's needed. I was just in the USP for 8 years. I never went to a meeting or a low or a camp or anything. So I know what's going on. I know the pain that's being caused by this. And we want to just help build 40 Tons up where we're starting some things with Anth's wife, with Loriel. She's the CEO of 40 Tons. And we're going to be talking to the parents. We're going to be talking to the people who was left behind. And we're going to be doing videos on that. You feel what I'm saying? So
I love it.
To interview them.
Yeah, because they feel so forgotten, locked away, man. I'm sure they feel like nobody's even thinking about them. So for them to know that people outside are actually thinking about them and trying to get them out, man, it would keep them going, I'm sure.
I want to do the same thing kind of that was done for me. You know what I mean? I had a lot of love. I don't know if you've seen the Smoke documentary, but my kids was on there and I was on there. That was on BET, and I got a lot of letters after that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was getting 15 letters a day.
Man, that must keep you going, right? That motivation.
That amps you up right there. You know what I mean? It's no more amped up that you can get.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm donating today to the cause, man. And anybody that's watching, I mean, I believe in Corvain. I believe in Anthony. They really are pure people. So I'm just reaching out to my audience. They trust me, man. They know when I say something, I believe in it, man. And I believe in you guys. And I'm definitely donating, and I'm going to get the word out as much as I can for you guys, because I want to work with people who really care and really want to make a difference in the world. And of course, we all make mistakes. You know, I can tell you stories, you know, and so we all make mistakes. And so it's about what you do after that. And I could tell you picked yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you're going to make a huge impact in the world, man.
and keep pushing it. And they can go to 40tons.co/shop if they want to obtain something instead of just giving something.
Yeah, the hoodies are dope, man.
They can get the t-shirts, and my face is on the t-shirts, and Just As I've Been Served is on the back, and they got the 40 tons dad hats and sweaters that they can get too as well. And what's the best thing about that is that now they have something in their closet too. You feel what I'm saying? So they can have something that they can wear and things like that too, to promote the brand, to let them know that the shirt's not going to stop. The shirts are going to continue. They're good shirts too, and the shirts are going to be changed every time. Every time that we can complete something to help somebody else get out of jail, their face is going to be on it. And Just As Having Served for them is the real goal. You feel me?
I love it, man. Imagine, like a year from now or 5 years from now, you'll have like 5 or 10 people out of jail, at that point. Just keep on helping people as you go,
Man, and I got a lot of game from Alice Johnson. She helped get me out, and we talked for 2 hours, and she's like, don't take no breaks, don't stop. I've been out for 2 years. I've been on Air Force One with Trump. She's been at the debate with Trump when he went against Biden. He spent $10 million on her ad for the Super Bowl last year, not this year, but last year, to promote that he got her out of jail. And
wow,
and all in the White House and all the rooms. You feel what I'm saying? And she's like, don't stop pushing. She helped get her co-defendant out. She helped get me out, and Harry O and a few others. You feel what I'm saying? And she's been pushing. And she's like, if you're gonna do it, you got to keep pushing. So I haven't had no breaks, and I haven't been asleep since I've been out.
It's amazing, man. And this is what we teach in my group, is branding and the cannabis brands. There's over 10,000 members in my group. And I always tell them, you got to have a story. You got to have a message. You got to stand for something. And that's how you build a brand. And look at this guy just got out of jail after 8 years, and he's working with Cookies and Ocean Grown, like some of the biggest cannabis brands in the world, because he has a story and he has passion. And that's why his brand is going to blow up, people that are watching. And so you're just the inspiration, Corvain. It's really just incredible what you've been able to do in a short period of time. And of course, you got your team around you too. It's important to have people like Anthony and Loriel, and I'm sure you got a whole squad around you helping you with your mission.
Right. So it's just been, man, I can't even believe it. Like, it's like walking on water. And then, like you said, having a good support system and be able to keep pushing and just boom, have the interviews lined up, and let's go. Let's keep pushing the name. Let's keep pushing the brand. Let's keep work. I'm not taking no breaks. You know what I mean? Like, they got another Zoom right after this, I'm gonna get on that. You know what I mean? So I'm just really with working, and I don't mind putting in hours. You feel what I'm saying? If you can get it done. And the main thing is just to, have somewhere safe to be with your kids at. You feel what I'm saying? You owe them 8 years. You're behind 8 years on them. You know what I mean? You're really in debt. You feel what I'm saying? So the quality time that you get to spend with them needs to be in a safe environment, and where you guys don't have to look over your shoulder to see if they're shooting outside. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's how I grew up, man, as a kid. And it wasn't right. Like, outside my window growing up, gunshots, and just seeing people get shot and stuff like that is definitely not a way to grow up. And so I want to, help you get on out of there. And them LA, if you're going to stay in LA, the LA rents obviously are not cheap. So we got to get this going, people. And you guys deserve it.
It's definitely not cheap. It's 600,000 in the hood.
Exactly. Yeah. For like a little tiny house in the hood is like 600. Yeah. So trust me, people, it's not easy. And so let's do what we can to support Corvain and 40 Tons, and go to 40tons.co. And then I put the link to the GoFundMe as well. And I'll keep sharing that as well too. And then
we got the Cash App $ Corvain Cooper too as well.
Oh, cool. $ Corvain Cooper, people. Hit it up any way you can, and share the links to people with the GoFundMe, and share this interview with your people. And what are you guys planning on moving forward? Like, what are you guys working on now, and what are the plans moving forward with 40 Tons and everything else?
This is the main thing I told you is we want the shirt to change so we can get somebody home, so we get such impact. But we want to build the brand. And my guy Ant here, and I think he can more knock this out of the park more than me. You know what I mean? Because he has it all written down, and he's gonna knock this one out the park right here. I'm gonna let Ant tell you that real quick.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Anthony?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Oh, good, man. Just enjoying this interview with Corvain. It's really inspirational.
See, Corvain Cooper starting life, 40 tons, free weed.
Free weed for sure. I love it, man.
Yeah, man. So, man, so 40 Tons is a social impact brand. We're dedicated to providing just good quality products, clothes, accessories. God willing, everything goes well with our cannabis line that that we have. Obviously, we need to make sure that we do all the right things, keep all the right legalities, being with Corvain on parole, probation. So there's some things there. So before we actually fully go into that, we're working all that out with the lawyers, but we have our clothing and accessories. But what we really want to do is we want to get into the CBD space, and we would love to, maybe partner with some really good CBD companies to help push this mission of freeing prisoners that are locked up due to unjust weed laws, especially our good friend Corvain Cooper, who was serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole over a non-violent cannabis charge, right? So, there's something that we should pay homage to, and it's the POWs of the war on cannabis, right? And so without these prisoners going to jail for these long periods of time, we wouldn't be where we are today, being able to operate in the legal market, right? It's $10 billion being made in this industry. And so what we want to do is bring awareness to the fact that there's people that are still locked up, and then help get those people out of prison. And then once they come out of prison, providing restorative justice for them, like helping them with scholarships, giving them, a boost to get back on their feet, helping them with their fundraising efforts like this GoFundMe to get Corvain back on his feet. We want to do things like that. And so if we can partner with a great CBD brand, we could do some really good branding opportunities and help. So if there's anybody out there, to the 11,000 people that would love to work with just two really hard workers, we're not gonna go to sleep, man. Corvain's been up for 7 hours, and he's gonna make sure that
that's why you got the shades on, Anthony. You haven't slept. How you like? I got these sunglasses on.
Yeah, man, it's been wild, dude. So it's like these are a gift too from Patrick, his attorney, man. So we're just appreciative of just all the support, all the love. We want to make sure we do everything right. We've been given this blessing. This is a Powerball lottery ticket, and we don't want to ruin it. So we're doing everything we can above board. We got our attorneys involved. We got everyone just making sure that we take care of this man, and we get this man back on his feet, get him out the bad neighborhoods, get him into a home with his kids, and really allow him to go and push this advocacy and help fight for the next guy, because nobody should be in prison time over weed, over cannabis, right?
If everybody had a friend like you, brother, the world would be an amazing place, man. You're such a great.
He's right here, man. He's right here, man. You know what I mean? So listen, man, he give me the shirt off his back. So he barely had, he came home barely, because we're growing this thing, right? And so we all have our bills that we need to pay, and we have, I had my life before all of this, and I still got to continue to pay bills and rents and stuff. And he took care of me and helped me out even after getting out. And it's like, you just don't find people like that. So when you find good brothers, good sisters, good people that you could work with, and good people that you could, go to war with, you just go to war, and you do it for the right reasons. You do good stuff. So when I say war, I mean, like, the war could be in a boardroom, right? Yeah. War could be us painting this house, right? You want to find good people to do that with.
Exactly.
So, man, Matt, you've been a good dude, man. You're highly respected in this industry. Some guys that I respect really well on the digital marketing side that are doing big numbers, they respect you. And I'm just glad that you reached out to us and allowed our boy to come in. So I'm going to let him take the mic back, but I just wanted to pump 40 Tons. 40 Tons is a movement. Right now we have a clothing and accessories line, and God willing, we'll have a CBD line, and God willing, we'll be able to do some sort of white labeling with the cannabis once we get all of the legality stuff taken care of as well. But we got a lot of good things on the table.
Dude, and I do have a CBD brand to introduce you to. I was talking to my friend earlier, and he wants to meet with you guys, so I'm going to do that intro. So I'll make that happen today.
Nice. All right, well, I'll let Corvain get back on. Thank you, guys. Thank you, CBD Success Live. You guys rock, man.
You're the best, Anthony. And, one thing I want to do is catch back up with you, Corvain, in 3 to 6 months from now, and see
progress.
Oh man, you're gonna be like in a mansion by then, brother. You're gonna be on the ocean, chilling.
Yeah, like overlooking the ocean.
I have every faith in you guys, man, and I'm gonna be there to help you any way I can, get the word out, and just make any connections for you guys that I can.
Yeah, we're finna take off, man. Put your seatbelt on, man. We're about to take off.
I believe it, brother, and I really appreciate you.
We just need a little help at the beginning and dust it off a little bit so we can get to where we're going. And once we're out of this place and we can get to where we're going, we're not going to stop. I'm telling you that right now.
I love it, man. Oh man, and I really appreciate you sharing your story today, man. And just to me, what it comes down to is faith, man, and having that faith and belief in yourself. And that's why you're going to be successful, man. Is that faith and belief, and then you stand for something. And that's what I always tell the brands that we work with. You got to stand for something, man. And so thanks again, man, for spending the time, and let's catch up again in a few months and see where you guys are at then.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be to the moon, man. We're gonna be to the moon. We're gonna have the CBD 40 tons gonna be in Barney's.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm gonna do this intro to my friend Chris today, and then people definitely hit up the GoFundMe, hit up 40tons.co, buy some hats, shirts, hoodies. The hoodies look dope. And let's support these guys, and let's come together as a community. That's why I started CBD Business Success, to get a community to help people to do things that mean something. So let's do it, people. And Corvain, are there any words that you want to leave us with?
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for everything. Just thank you for the platform. Thank you for telling everybody to go to the Cash App and to the GoFundMe to be able to put some kind of help towards my re-entry. And we're going to do big things. So don't worry. We're going to do some big deals, man.
For sure, man. You guys already are, man. It's incredible.
I know good vibes from a mile away.
Oh, man, I appreciate you, brother. And yeah, I can't wait to meet in person and blaze up one day. And let me put this Cash App in there real quick into the chat so people can see that. My fault, I didn't put that in there. But people, any way you can, hit the GoFundMe or the Cash App that I just put in there. And
it could be $1, and I was always raised too. My grandmother taught me a beggar can't be a chooser. So I don't care if it's $1. It goes towards something. You know what I mean? It might be towards a pair of socks. You know what I mean? Like when you're starting from scratch, you're starting from scratch from getting new underwear. Everything that I have on was giving to me. You feel what I'm saying? From my hat to my chain. Cookies gave me the shirt. You know what I mean? My boy gave me the chain. My boy gave me the hat. This is clothes of mine. Somebody gave me this. So I might make it look good, but this was all given to me. You feel what I'm saying? So this is how I'm gonna wear it. Whenever you give me something, I'm gonna make it look good like that too. You know.
And I appreciate how humble you are, man, and I respect you, brother, and that's why you deserve all the best, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
For sure, man. And people, let's hit it up and reach out to me if you need the links or anything. Thanks again, Anthony and Corvain, and let's catch up soon, brothers.
Yeah, can we say one last thing before you go?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, make sure that you guys support the organizations out there that are on the front lines, really doing this stuff, like Project Mission Green with Weldon Angelos, Last Prisoner Project, Can Do Clemency, Life for Pot. Freedom Grow Forever, Beth Curtis with Beth Curtis.
Life for Pot.
Yeah, Life for Pot. There's so many great organizations out there that are doing phenomenal things out there. Buried Alive Project. If it wasn't for those organizations are what got Corvain and many of the other prisoners out. So you got to go support those people. Those people are frontline with it, and we're just humbly gracious and thankful that they continued the fight. So.
Yeah, people, because I always say if you have a brand, you should be giving back to a cause. So reach out to some of those organizations, people, and thanks again, Corvain, for your time. And let's catch up again soon, brother.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, man. And I just appreciate the love and the support, man. I'm just so humbled that and I'm still be up. And if you want to call us later on, I'm still up, and we can do another one if you want to go back in and do it again.
Awesome, brother. I appreciate you, man. We'll definitely come back again soon, and then let's get on the Clubhouse soon too. So I'll reach out to you guys about that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, man. Talk to you guys soon.